Support your locals, starting with Space Smoke Shop, located on 125 East Pennington Street, Tucson, Arizona. Space Smoke Shop. Local glass, cheap tobacco, any drink you can think of. We're also a hookah lounge and a venue. Like us on Facebook to keep up with shows, deals, and new products.
And Punk Rock Tuesday. Every second and fourth Tuesday. It's Punk Rock Tuesday. Woo!
Be sure to tell them you heard about it on the GMR Podcast. See you soon. Welcome to the GMR Podcast. We're going to continue the Tucson ComiCon clips to start tonight off. These clips range from where we couldn't even find the entrance to the place, kind of our own personal Spinal Tap moment, to, 10 minutes or so of us wandering around inside the place. And then show 46 begins, which was really the audio portion of The End of Television, episode 251. Stay tuned.
Alright, going down the escalator. Oh, there must have been, there's a cut, looks like how many people you think were there just now? Couple thousand? 700?
Did you get your room booked at the Hyatt?
That's a lot of people here. It's a lot.
I'd say there's, what I can see right there is about 600.
That's some good math, Mark.
That's just a guesstimation. Maybe because I'm looking at the flashlight, there was like twice as many as there actually are. I thought the line moved for a second.
It's a slow line, yeah. No progress whatsoever so far.
Hasn't moved since we got here. We're doing the podcast.
Check out this Star Wars truck behind you. Some cosplayers.
Yeah.
Now that coffee's really starting to kick in.
Oh, I'm done for the day. I had my fix.
You're right, the costume contest may be a bit ambitious.
There's been so many of these, it's starting to feel like every other weekend.
Alright, Mark's buying his ticket right now, so boom.
Thank you. Hey, she's open.
I think these guys are from Fallout, the Legion.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense, don't it? Alright, we have our tickets. Where do we go now? Oh, now we go look at the floor. It looks like it's downstairs. So we're on the wrong floor. So let's go take a quick overlook of it. We can see it from here. It looks pretty happening. Well, they got a gaming room.
It's like that. So they have armor that they can use to resist it. They need to go 4 or higher not to die. Well, he died.
Oh, I shouldn't have drank all that coffee. We're in the elevator for the first time.
We don't really know where we're going. Should we go up first and then go down?
We're documenting it. Now, that's only in Phoenix where you gotta go up and get down.
I shouldn't have drank all that coffee, man.
But a minute ago, it was kicking in.
I know, but now it's kicking my stomach's ass. All that big ass burrito.
As bad as lemon meringue.
Oh, I don't know. I might have to go take a shit at some point. Did we go up?
We have to go back up and find another way down.
We did?
Well, look, that goes right back up.
You walk up there.
Nothing in there.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. It's not very clear. Back in the elevator. What is... Oh, my stomach. Should never have eaten that food. Alright, we're on the main level. Back where we started. Oh, very similar to last year's Comic-Con, as far as we had to go up and down again. What the... Okay. Umbrella Corporation. Doctor Who exhibit. Wow. That's what it looks like in there. Alright, maybe this is it. How they get you. Maybe that was the way. It seems to be pretty jammed up down there. On the stairs.
There's way too many people here.
Starting to get crazy. Isn't like last year where you could clearly see, oh, Steve-O's over there.
Hey, look, the escalators and stuff, those people will never get down.
Oh, there we go. We're at elevator number 2 now. Oh, good luck.
No, okay. Okay.
Sorry. Wow, a lot more people down here than upstairs. Like, that line is bullshit. Don't want to
actually get ahead for once.
and now we got to squeeze through these people.
I'm in section GA2, row GA6, seat number 66. You're seat number 63. What seat number are you? Oh, you got a good one.
This is a huge mistake. I made a huge mistake. I shouldn't have ate that burrito and drank all that coffee. Thank you. Okay, we're in the Comic-Con. Alright, so what do you want to walk around that way, or?
I'll just keep following him.
We're following Marty.
It's like Phoenix Comic-Con. Keep your eye on Marty.
Wait a minute. Well,
we've been in here not 1 minute already. I'm already scared for my life. And looking for the bootleg DVD booth. And already recognized in under a minute.
alright, here we go. The thing I came for. Alright.
The alternate part 6 I was telling you about.
What?
The alternate Halloween 6.
Oh.
I don't know, we might have a good chance here. We'll see.
Hey, who's driving the bus?
Look, leave the Bronx. Leave the Bronx uncut. That's hysterical.
The Arsenio Hall show. Michael Jackson's Ghost. What the hell was that?
It was a show he did in the 90s. I guess it's unreleased. Now you're looking for that Fantastic Four movie, right?
Yeah. Oh, Silver Surfer. The best of Marvel cartoons. That looks kind of cool. $12 a DVD. Oh, my stomach just made that noise.
They like that price.
I'm not seeing it.
No.
Oh, so we've been here a while.
Yeah. The fine art of losing Mark Brady.
Art supplies. Let's buy some art supplies, man.
Yeah, what's the name of the wizard that Christopher Lee played? Oh, Saruman.
Oh, it was Sauron. Oh, I thought that was the name of the eye, but that was the name of the thing.
Sauron is Sauron. He's like the main bad name, but then Saruman, you know, it's like his wizard.
Wolfie.
Who's Wolfie?
He was at ChillerCon last week, apparently.
Oh, from Howard Stern?
Yeah. Maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if he's wandering Phoenix next year. We're going to find out what he looks like and go on the hunt for Wolfie.
Wow, wow, wow. 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 Wow, wow, wow.
I'm pretty sure it's okay, but, well, actually both of them. I don't even know anymore. If it stops recording, I'm pretty sure at least one of them will keep recording. It's no big deal if you just happen to notice. Hi. It's the GMR Podcast, number 40-something. No, it's 46. 4 plus 6 is 1. It's 1. We're back to the beginning again. I was very considerate tonight. I parked away from the studio pretty much because I didn't want to get in the mess of trying to find a parking spot. Cause
what's going
on? You know how small that parking lot is now, and
you can park like 20 cars there, maybe.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult.
20 cars. That's a lot of cars. Wow, we're like divas or some shit. We just showed up at the last. 30
that's what
seconds.
I usually would used to do.
We made a point not to be
seconds. I'd run in and never late for a show ever.
Well, we were almost late.
Almost late. I've never been late.
No, he hasn't been.
And even by saying this, I still haven't managed to jinx myself.
Gene and I had to ride the bus down here, and it was late picking us up. So
But you would never know, listening to this podcast casually as you're commuting or whatever. You would never know.
No.
How close it almost really was there. Tonight's one of those shows, 20 years in the making. Cliff is at Pearl Jam concert as we speak.
Is that right?
In Oklahoma City. Which is the tour date before we're going to see them on Tuesday.
So they're going from Oklahoma to Phoenix?
Yep. They're taking a couple of days off, of course, in between. But yeah, he said he's going to text me the set list as it happens. I thought that was funny.
Oh, so no text yet?
Not yet, just that one, which is about 5 minutes ago. So he might have to sit to the opening
he's at the
band.
concert right now?
Yeah.
How many people do you think are going to be there?
It's close to
It's
capacity.
a couple hundred.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 500 to 700.
It's that arena where Paul McCartney played next to where they have the football team, the NFL team, the Cardinals. It's up there
I was
in
there,
Glendale.
WrestleMania weekend, WrestleMania 26. Me and JJ went up there for WrestleMania, and next door they're having Paul McCartney. So it was a clusterfuck.
Wow.
We almost got in the Paul McCartney line of the cars because we didn't know where the fuck we're going.
Like when you ended up in that bodybuilding
You know what I mean?
show.
Anyway, so I have no idea how many people were at that Paul McCartney concert, but there were over 70,000.
Wow.
70,000 at WrestleMania. So you can imagine there was a little bit of traffic.
I'm sure.
In the area at that time.
I hope you're still enjoying those excerpts from Tucson Comic-Con. Those will be spread out over the next 2 weeks until we finally get that all out for you.
How'd that all turn out? Pretty good?
Yeah, I managed to squeeze about 40 minutes of material out of the 2.5-hour block. It took days to plow through, but in the end, it was actually entertaining to listen to all that. And my favorite part of it might be just the background noises or the parts of conversations you pick up or people
walking by,
just giddy and screaming. Yeah. It's cut down and makes it seem so much more action-packed now. Like we were constantly talking and seeing stuff. And
we didn't have to add a laugh track.
No, not at all. Didn't have to add anything. Tucson Comic-Con clips. 2 more weeks. Maybe eventually the complete
version can be like a banked show or something down the line.
The show is live, by the way.
Yeah, it is. This
You
is
know,
the
I mean,
television. This isn't just a regular podcast.
Yeah, this is a podcast, but this is also live television.
251st live show.
Ooh, 251st.
Yeah, of the Into Television, because we had 250 last time and didn't really make much out of it. Yes, wow. Hope you're enjoying the new remixes. Call in. You can call into the podcast right now. You can. You really can. It's a live show. So, what else happened? Well, for the Star Trek 3, I guess you're gonna. Is it Star Trek 3?
That's what I would call it. I wouldn't associate this new batch of Star Treks with the old Star Treks.
Yeah, they're gonna have a new director for that one. I guess J.J. Abrams is too busy. Peace and love, peace and love. He's watching Opening Band right now.
What band is that?
Mid-Lake. I'm not sure
Hey,
who
caller,
they are.
what's up?
Are you the guy? You the guy with the black shirt on, man?
I guess that's me.
You the guy with the black shirt on, man?
Nice delay.
I would like to see that. I would like to see you guys kiss.
You should turn your television
Wow,
down. I
even
can't
on the
understand what you're
replay,
saying.
I couldn't make it out.
Yeah. I
I was thinking, well, if
My television.
what's happening, caller, man? Like, talk to us. Say, you know, what's going on, man?
Well, okay, I'm joking about the kissing part, but I don't think they should make a Star Trek 3. I think the last Star Trek kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah,
and it's
a lot of
basically
people
going
didn't
nowhere.
like it.
It's not like the old Star Treks with like the lady captain and the man captain and Cisco captain of the.
Yeah, that was Deep Space Nine.
base. I don't think they have really a place to go with this new Star Trek.
How about this? They boldly go where no man has gone before.
I don't know if you guys have Netflix, but there are so many good space movies on Netflix where, like, this is a movie I just saw called Europa on Netflix.
Yeah.
And they actually take a theme someplace. I think Star Trek is, I mean, besides throwing like $100 million, $200 million at the movie and special effects, they have nowhere to go with that. They have, they found all the life, and all the life looks like human, and they killed everybody because, of course, we're Americans, so we kill people. And they have special spaceships, so we can go everywhere, we can do everything. But I don't think that's the theme that Gene Roddenberry had in mind when he created Star Trek.
I agree with you.
Huh?
I agree with you.
Yeah, I think they need, like,
I mean, as far as
the old Star Trek
the-
had the tribbles. So that was a good show. They had some place to go with that.
Well, I mean, when Star Trek started, I remember. I'm old enough to remember watching that when I was a kid, and it was just like it blew me away. You know, I could not wait to watch that, and the Twilight Zone. I used to watch that one.
Talking Tina.
Huh?
Talking Tina.
Talking Tina, the doll that scared many of people.
Oh yeah. I've forgotten about that.
Oh, how could you forget about that?
Well,
they've tried to reboot Twilight Zone several times, and that never really
I know.
worked.
It never really worked. I never liked the remakes of it.
What about Outer Limits and all those like pseudo
when they
rip-off
first started?
shows?
When they first started, Outer Limits was, it was okay, but I kind of thought it was like a rip-off.
What about like Tales from the Dark Side?
Oh,
or
those
things
are even
like
worse.
That were later on.
That's
Tales
when
from
it
the
started.
Crypt.
Yeah, then we're starting getting into the late '70s, into the '80s, and it started to get totally worse.
So, who knows? Maybe somebody will come up with a brand new Star Trek storyline and surprise us all. I just hope they don't do Search for Spock again.
Netflix has like a bunch of movies that are just made purely for Netflix. And like there's a movie, like I said, a movie called Europa is a good one. There's another one, a good one called with Samuel L. Jackson called Arena. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Star Trek has a place to go anymore.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well,
yeah, there's
there's
tons of stuff out there. There's tons of
I
stuff
watched
out
the last Star Trek movie, and I had no fucking idea. Let me just say that for the podcast. No fucking idea what they were talking about. What the hell the show was. What was the point?
The whole con thing? It was
No,
just, let's
it wasn't.
wedge the con
I mean,
story
I kind of got it, but I did not like it. I'm gonna give it a thumbs down.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I got what they were talking about, but I'm like, what the fuck is the point? I mean, this could have been avoided so many different ways.
Feedback.
You know what I am waiting for, though? And don't hang up on me. But you know
I was asking him to turn it up so I could hear you better.
I am waiting for the new Planet of the Apes movie.
That could be interesting because the last one was good.
I think the last one was real good. So they have a point to go now. They have a place to go because humans went to Mars, and then the apes are like taking over in the Earth. So there's two ways you can split that movie two different ways. You have a franchise now.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Do you watch like series lately? Like, have you been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I don't watch TV. I only watch
Oh, okay. All right. I got you.
Yeah, I only watch my computer basically and public access TV.
No problem. No problem. Hey, good thing. Public access. Woo! Been here for a long time.
So let's see.
You're also part of a podcast, by the way.
Yeah, Mission Impossible 5 opens the week after Star Wars 7.
I did not.
I never even saw 1 through 4.
What'd
They're
you
not
just
worth
say?
watching. They're not worth it. I hate
Mission
them.
Impossible 5 opens the week after Star Wars 7.
I cannot watch
2015?
I cannot watch Will
I grew up
Smith
on the
anymore.
original. I grew up
Are
on
we
the original
actually
show,
making
man.
plans for 2015?
Somebody is.
I can't watch Will Smith anymore. I can't watch Tom Cruise anymore. I cannot support Scientology anymore.
No.
That last movie by Will Smith, the one where he was like on some planet or whatever, or with his son or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the After Earth. I heard
Yeah,
that
After
was
Earth.
atrocious.
Oh, yeah. I heard some bad stuff about that.
That was nothing but a Scientology commercial. I can't.
Well, you know,
I can't
I
Is
gotta
Will
admit-
Smith a Scientologist?
No, I don't think. I mean, Will Smith, he's a fine actor. I mean, I like his stuff.
No, he is a Scientologist though.
He is into Scientologist?
Him and his wife. I don't know where you guys are located. Or you guys are probably Arizona, but in California, where I'm from originally, it's common knowledge that him and his wife donated millions, not millions, but millions
She was
to
just
a
at the Rock
church,
with her
to a school that they created based on Scientology learning network.
Wow.
But the school has recently folded. But the fact that they created the school is what counts. I'm watching Netflix right now because that's the only thing I watch is Netflix.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, what's the best Star Trek character? And my opinion is this: the best Star Trek character is that little midget guy with the big ears. What's his name?
Are you
Quark?
talking? Was he a Ferengi?
Yeah, he's a
Quark.
Ferengi guy.
Quark. I've said it for how many times now?
Yeah, that guy. What do you think is the best character on Star Trek?
Odo.
Odo?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a changeling. He had to sleep in a bucket because he would
Yeah, but
melt into
he
a
only
puddle.
appeared in Deep Space Nine.
Right? Yeah, Deep Space Nine.
Look at this guy.
That was where the
Quark was on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, he ran the bar. Don't you remember?
I thought we were talking Deep Space Nine.
No, I'm talking about all the episodes, all the series together.
Well, it was part of that. That was
Yeah,
part of the
that's what I'm
series.
saying. That's why I believe him. Oh, he's the best one.
Okay, yeah, he was on Deep Space Nine, but that's also part of the
No,
story.
he was on more than Deep Space Nine, though. He made appearances throughout the regular series.
Right, yeah, it was Quark, and originally he came on, and they were him and there was another Ferengi that they all walked or moved like monkeys and things like that, and talked really weird.
Well,
And then later on he developed into a bartender.
Well, no,
As a matter of fact.
they
that's
first
what
developed. The first appearance was on the
It was on not Deep
Star
Space Nine.
Trek
the Next
Enterprise.
Generation.
The Next
Generation.
Right, yeah.
On that damn planet they got stuck on.
Right, and the thing about the Ferengi is they're greedy. You know, they've got to get the press gold press platinum, or was it platinum press gold? I forget which is. I think it's platinum.
This
press
guy
gold.
should probably know. Why don't you tell us, Color? What was it? Latinum. Was it Latinum?
I'm not a geek. I just want
You're not a. Oh well, then fucking hang up on him. Hang up on this guy. If he's not a geek, you hang up on him.
What? Are you a geek?
All right, you can't have a picture anymore. Done with him.
Yeah, it was
Done with you.
Press Latinum.
Press Latinum. That's right. Press Latinum had to
Did
be,
I not say Latinum?
Okay, you're right.
Look at this guy. Your director is funny. He has a sense of humor. I like this guy.
He's a director.
So
I'm
All
gonna
right,
put him
well,
on-
now you can have your picture back, Caller.
Something else weird happened this week. There are new reports that Andy Kaufman is still alive.
I saw him at the Texaco yesterday.
I saw him not down to the Dairy Queen, not far from the Texaco.
God damn. So these rumors might be true.
Andrew Kaufman is as dead as my furniture sitting right here. I don't believe for a second he's alive. And the reason why I don't believe he's alive is because even if he decides to go missing for 30 years, it's been 30 years, 30 years since he died, right?
Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
If he decided to go missing for 30 years, it's impossible to not be retraced within 30 years.
Wouldn't it be funny if in 20 years from now we hear Andy Kaufman died today? What? And they're like, yeah, he was living here for 50 years.
It's
nobody
a rib.
knew.
It's an old wrestling thing, dude.
Well, yeah,
it's a rib. All right, caller.
Hey,
all right, I'm
caller,
not
do you
so
have
funny
he's
anymore.
still
So you get no more
continuing
picture.
his
He's
jokes
mocking me
30
now.
years
Now the
after
caller is mocking
I
me.
can't hear you guys because you're talking over each other.
Well, we do that.
We're trying to imitate Fox News where the 5 where they all yak at the same time and nobody makes any goddamn sense.
Oh.
That was a joke.
That's okay.
But you're right. Yeah, we
I
talk
don't
too
watch
much.
Fox News anymore. I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch MSNBC.
Our room is booked for next year.
Woo!
Comic-Con. I booked it a couple of days ago.
Wow.
For up
As
in
well
Phoenix.
as well as Cliff's room is booked as well.
We have separate rooms?
Well, Cliff and Anissa need their own room.
That makes sense.
And then we will have a room right next to them or close to.
Woo!
We've never booked it that early before, and that will be 1 week later than usual. It'll be in June. Did you watch Comic Book Men this week?
No, I
Well, I can't talk about that then.
I might have.
Well, we possibly could have.
What happened?
What day was it on?
Mr. T? Does that ring a bell?
Yes,
yeah,
it does.
the sprinkler?
Now, that
The
Mr.
sprinkler.
T toy has been in Duncan's backyard for the last 30 years. I never knew what it was. So
That
when I
very
saw that,
thing?
I was like, that's that Mr. T thing. It's in our Cheech and Chong remake movie we
Is
did,
it?
actually. Yeah.
Wow.
The Mr. T thing with the fists, and I was like, what the fuck is that thing?
Was there
Turns
new?
out it's a water sprinkler.
Did he
Water
know?
War.
Yeah, water war.
Mr. T's water
Yeah, you're
war.
supposed to hit
I
this
still haven't
thing,
called
and
him
then,
and told him
and
that.
then when it ricocheted or whatever, that's the way the water is supposed to go.
So if you're wondering who bought that as a kid, it was Duncan.
I never even saw that.
Did you saw that episode?
I saw the episode. I never saw the toy.
Oh, I don't remember ever seeing that thing. Maybe.
And his was in the
Did I
same
know
condition.
Duncan?
I was thinking $70 for that thing. Wow. I don't think he had the box anymore though.
See the box. That's why they got it. If without the box,
I promise you, they'll never buy another one of those.
you got to ask yourself, what do other
I don't think they're going to be able to
what
sell
do
it.
other
they're-
comic book dealers think about this show? Because they're coming in there with fucking water toys.
Well,
right?
that's
So I'm gonna buy this
you know,
water toy.
It's Mr.
How are they
T.
going to demonstrate
It's
it?
a collectible. You'd see
Well,
that at Comic-Con.
I've never seen it at Comic-Con.
It was the type of thing you would see.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. What about the guy at Our Galaxy? Let's come in there with my old fucking toy. Look what I got
I'm
here,
sure
dude.
he's probably sick of that shit. Look, I don't buy that. I'm too busy trying to sell this stuff that nobody's buying.
It's a recession, dude.
Yeah.
Comic books are $6 a piece now.
And yet, all the
On
video
average, for the
stores,
cheap
except
ones.
for the Ma and Pa video stores, like Casa Video is still going strong, but Blockbuster, done.
I heard
Blockbuster
that.
videos are
They
all
closed the
closing.
last one, right?
The last movie they rented was This Is the End.
Yeah.
That's very fitting. Well, okay, what else happened? So, listen, that Mr. T thing, for some reason, made me remember this toy I had when I was a little kid. I watched that show up on there next week. It was called 2XL. It was a little 8-track player. And the 8 tracks were programmed as such to where it would ask questions and you would push the tracks to get the answers. Probably explains why I have such fondness for the clack sound of the 8-track switching.
Ah, yeah.
Now, the 8-track player thing broke years ago, the machine itself, but I still had the 8-track cartridges for years. But I wish I still had those because I never thought to just listen to one track continuously back then. Because if you did, it would start saying things like, you're not choosing the thing. But that's some masterful programming for 8-track. For an 8-track. On track 1, ask you a question, and 2, 3, or 4 programmed just the right time to answer the question and set up. It was an ingenious thing. Probably shaped my personality. If you want to buy one of those on eBay for about $75 and play with it, you can, and you'll probably hear shit that I've been saying for years and never even realized I got from that weird little robot thing with eyes that would light up. You could put normal 8-track
What was it
in.
called?
It was a precursor to the fucking Teddy Ruxpin. That's why I remember. It was called 2XL. It was just, and I never knew at the time it meant 2XL. You know, I just thought it was like a robot thing, and it was an 8-track player basically. And the 8 tracks were informative.
Because they were trying to make us think that Teddy Ruxpin was the first.
Well, the first one that would really move.
Yeah,
and talk to
animatronics
you.
would move its
eyes.
mouth.
Did his eyes move?
They went like that.
They blinked.
Yeah, he blinked.
I forgot about that
blinked
grubby
and
thing.
his mouth moved.
And then they're all making fun of Ming like he's going to take it home and stick his dick in it.
Well, the problem is Ming is my age, and if they're like 5 years older than him, so all that shit's like little kids.
You're like
stuff to
Ming,
them. Yeah.
and I'm like Brian Johnson.
That's why when I was talking about
because we're the same age. Me and Brian Johnson are the same age. I know that.
The USS Flag, that
So who am I
G.I.
the
Joe
same age
ship.
of?
That's why you said you don't remember seeing that in the back of the Sears catalog. Well, you probably weren't looking at that point.
Didn't
You
see
were already
what?
old at that point. The G.I. Joe ship.
Oh yeah.
You were probably already past that. So.
Oh, here's the thing
you were
with me.
17,
Once
I was
G.I.
12.
Joe once G.I. Joe went Star Wars on me, right?
Once
I
it
was
switched to
done. I was
Cobra.
done.
You were done with it. At
Yeah,
that
I didn't
point.
want any miniature G.I. Joe guys because I already had the big G.I. Joe guys. I had
the original
I had
ones.
like the Human Bullet. What was that guy called? Do you remember that one? Where he had like a bullet helmet, and then he had like he was like a superhero, and he had a little thing on the back so you could zip him along a string. Had like 2 little eyelets.
I remember that, but I don't.
And he
I
was
don't remember what
black,
it was
and
called.
he was black.
Yeah. But
I
don't
remember
what it was
the
called.
Trap Jaw He-Man figure had a thing on its head. You could send it down a string, but if you did, the plastic would burn right through each time, and
Well,
then
sure,
you couldn't
they
do
got
it
some-
again.
they got
These
some
were
weight.
metal eyelets. It was the something bullet. Now, if we
Metal
were
would've lasted, yeah.
if our Twitter accounts were really we had people watching this live, maybe a phone caller could call us and tell us, but I doubt it.
Maybe.
We
doubt
had a
it.
caller, but
No,
they
we
gave
didn't.
up.
They're not going to put AM and FM radios in cars anymore in about 2 years.
Why?
What?
So
happened?
that signals the end of terrestrial radio, right? I mean,
So we're gonna listen to extraterrestrial radio?
well,
It'll have to be
people,
satellite.
It'll be
people listen to
internet radio.
satellite,
It'll
or,
be-
off the
or
planet.
they're listening to their iPods.
It'll just be
or-
internet radio.
won't even be a
What is
standard thing.
iHeart
Well,
radio
they're going to
is
start putting Pandora and Sirius in cars and stuff like that. So, bye AM FM radio. CD players are already not being put in new cars because people don't listen to CDs anymore. They listen to MP3s and such. I
you
haven't
can carry
listened
everything you ever wanted, everything you ever heard in your whole
to,
life
I
in your
haven't listened
pocket.
to FM radio in 7 years, so
I glanced through it because I have that little MP3 player, and it gets. I'm more interested in the Republican radio because I find that shit hilarious, dude.
is that who's still broadcasting on terrestrial?
Well, yeah, sure.
But don't forget, Bill Almec's going to start up his own FM station. At least that's what he keeps telling me.
What about the local
KXCI.
yeah, KXCI.
What about them?
So that means they're going to be bye-bye too, huh?
Well, if you still have a radio, you can hear it, but I think fewer and fewer people are
I'm
actually
sure
gonna be
they'll.
listening to
I'm
radio.
sure KXCI is on the internet.
And look
I'm
at
sure
us.
there's
We're
a way.
just
We're
because they're
already
not
part
putting-
of the problem. We're a podcast. We're
Well, of
not on the
course.
radio. We're the new form. They'll
Well,
look back and say they were one of the
Okay,
first.
just because they're not
podcasts
putting the
ever
AM
made.
FM radios in cars doesn't necessarily mean that they're getting rid of AM and FM.
No, but it just seems like we're moving away from it.
It's a sign of the times. It's like bye-bye.
Woo!
Just like this place when cable television goes away.
No, that'll never happen, dude.
So it's on your mind.
You go.
You go. Hey, that's in respect. You there, caller?
In memoriam, you go.
Ah, they hung. Hello.
So we're a couple days away from that concert that Cliff's at right now. We'll
He's
be
there right
recording on
now.
that next week.
Does he send you a new text?
No, not
Text
yet.
it?
He must still be watching the opening band. But we
No.
don't have an opening band in Phoenix.
So
It's
his
nice
show's going
'cause
to be longer because
we
I'm
have-
sure that they'll do the same set there.
Well, I don't know what their curfew is there. I know there's Arizona curfew where these shows don't go past like midnight.
What?
But if they start earlier, because of no opening band, we get a longer show.
I beg your pardon?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, there you are. Hello.
Hi, it's me.
Well, hi, me.
Hi, me. We're wrapping things up.
What's happening with me? I mean,
Haven't seen you guys in a couple of weeks. How are you doing?
all right. Fine. How are you doing?
Fine. Any good shows or anything you want to promote today? Or bands?
Well, who's on Harrigan tonight?
Oh, you know, I was just thinking coffee and pie, but he's not here yet, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know. I'd go with maybe, have you seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I kind of like that show. It's starting to develop. Are you into...
Okay, sounds interesting. Anyway, nice talking to you guys. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
You too.
Oh, yeah, that's our Thanksgiving episode.
Bye, me.
This is our
Bye-bye.
Thanksgiving
Bye,
episode.
me. That was me. Me calls in sometimes, I guess. We found him up in the crawl space with the Marvel trading cards.
Oh, yeah.
Which you
You know
were
what's
probably
fucked?
like,
Did you
that's
see
the
that,
thing
that guy came in to
I
sell
had
all the
every-
cards and walked out with more?
I
Yeah.
had every one of those, and I had the next series after that.
So that
Maybe
show
this
was
is-
And
just
you had,
turning
you had
into
the
stuff
five
we used to own.
3D ones? Hologram cards?
I had a few.
I remember them. Yeah, I know you did.
And the most prized ones for me were the Olivia cards. You remember those?
Oh,
Olivia?
yes. Yeah.
All these
Some
hot
of those
girls,
are,
half-naked girls.
Were featured on our program in the alleyway called The News Show. We showed those pictures in the background.
And those prism cards
Oh, yeah.
they weren't hologram, they were prism. And they were fucking awesome. Like, can I say that? Is it too late? Is it too early?
I was tempted to spend $200 to buy an unopened box of Big Bang Theory cards, because if you open them all up and you find one that's an autographed card, that's a rare one, or
Yeah.
one that has the wardrobe piece attached to it, put it on eBay, a couple $100.
That's
What are
a
the
risk,
chances of
though.
finding
What if
that?
you don't?
Is it guaranteed that there's
What's
one
it
in
say?
every
At
box?
least one, yeah.
Well, then why do...
What if you get the autographed card that only goes for $15? You know.
So you're out $185.
Yeah, at least you got a full set of cards, right?
It's gambling, Marty. It's
It is
gambling.
gambling. I was staring at those on eBay last night, and it's the
That's
wrap-up
pretty
show.
amazing.
Well, the wrap-up show. So how do you think the show went tonight, Mark?
I think it went well.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
yes. Without the support of our callers to really spice the show up and bring a variety of different ideas, you know, such as those that he brought up.
See, when I was a little kid, I just thought Andy Kaufman was the guy on Taxi. It wasn't until years later I realized just exactly what that guy was doing.
You didn't see him on Saturday Night Live?
I saw that Fridays.
He was on Fridays more than Saturday Night
Where
Live?
He was on it quite a bit.
sabotaged the show and stuff. That's coming out on DVD now.
The GMR Podcast
GMR Podcast. We've been
GMR
doing
Podcast.
is
live
live.
programming for 25
Right now.
years down here.
Here's the bonus. You're getting bonus footage. This is the after party.
Good night.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow.